Welcome. In this clip, I would help you understand how to calculate work done on a capacitor. So the sample here is calculate the work done on a capacitor of capacitance 200 microfarad when a potential difference of 1 kilovolt kV is applied. Now, the first thing to note here, as I would always insist, is to write down your data. Physics is hugely about interpretation. So data. Now we're given this as our capacitance. We're given this as our capacitance, and so capacitance is represented with the alphabet C. So we'd say 200, and we're also given the potential difference to be 1 kilovolt. So we'd say V. V is used to represent potential difference. We'd say 1 kV. Next, the formula to use would come to mind. The formula to make use of here is E equals some it could also be W, it depends, 1 over 2 CV square. Now this is actually the formula that we would use, 1 over 2 CV square. So next thing is to just plug in your data. So we'd say E equals 1 over 2. Our C is 200 and our V is 1. So we'd say times 200 times 1. But note, we're giving here V square. So we'll say 1 square, 1 raised to the power of 2. Now, 1 times 1, whenever you come across 1 raised to the power of 2, it simply means 1 times 1. You times what is inside by itself. So 1 times 1 is still 1. So continuing, E would be 1 over 2 times 200 times 1. This is because 1 times 1 is still 1. So now we would multiply through 1 times 200 times 1. I would go again. Watch. 1 times 200 times 1. That would be E equals 200, because 1 times 200 is 200 times 1 is still 200 over 2. Now 200 divided by 2. When you divide 200 things into 2, you'd get 100 apart. So E would be 100. So your final answer is 100. 100, but there's a unit behind 100 kJ, because Joule is the unit for energy. So 100 kJ, kilojoule. This would be your final answer. You win. Just believe.